Guys, Brady here, and let's dive right into the spoilers for Doctor Strange. Now, this movie is from the director of movies like The Exorcism of Emily Rose, Sinister, and lastly, but not least, The Day the Earth Stood Still remake. Um, Scott Derrickson. Oh, John Cleese is in this. I didn't know John Cleese was in this movie, and John Hamm, and this movie has a great cast. I might want to watch that later. I remember when I saw The Day the Earth Stood Still in theaters, and I fucking hated that movie. I know a lot of people did, but I just did not understand the movie, so I gotta watch that again. I remember some of the action scenes were pretty cool to see, but other than that, I was kind of confused throughout the entire movie. I was like 11. Yeah, I was 11. 2008, I was 11. So Doctor Strange, you all know, he gets into a car accident, he loses the feelings in his hands, and he's like really good with his hands. He's like pretty much like a hand doctor. He needs to do everything with his hands, and his hands get broken, and now he can't do what he wants to do in life, which is be a doctor, a surgeon, neurosurgeon, and so he moves to no, not he moves. He goes to some, I don't know, bumfuck Asia. I forgot where it was, and he gets his ass beaten, and pretty much gets his watch stomped on, and I think they steal his wallet, and Chiwetel Ejiofor comes and rescues him, takes him to takes him to like the Ancient One's palace or whatever you want to call it, and yeah, this movie starts off with a beheading. Like, you see the guy get his head chopped off in a shadow, but yeah, um, that's literally the opening scene to the movie. And oh my god, the new Marvel logo. I got to talk about the new Marvel logo. That new Marvel logo. They keep changing it. I like the old logo. You know, the dun 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 dun. Yeah, I like that. But this one is actually pretty fucking cool. Like, this was a really cool opening logo for a movie. I mean, it was basically just a montage of the MCU movies, all rolled up into like the logo of like the Marvel logo. It's like, you know how you just show like the comic strips and stuff like that. This is the comic strips coming to life, and I thought it was a perfect new addition to for the logo. I wish they would have kept the old one, but this one is pretty fucking cool if you ask me. Like, oh, they took it away, but I'm like, oh my god, this is really cool. So I was kind of pissed and I was kind of happy at the same time because it popped. It's just, wow, that was such an creative new logo for Marvel. Anyway, enough about the logo, because it's awesome, and yeah, the the movie. So yeah, he goes to the palace and basically doesn't want to do any of this. He does. They throw him out. He bangs on the door for like 5 hours straight, they say, and comes in, and well, now he's learning magic, and he gets like this red cape which answers to him, and while he's in the middle of a fight with Mads Mikkelsen, and one of the henchmen, I guess, that gets brutally beaten the fuck up by the cape. Like, he's being like choked, slammed onto the ground by the cape and everything, and just everything about this movie. The visuals were fantastic. Like, they're mind blowing. It's amazing what special effects have come to today. Um, like cities just going this to each other, just like folding into each other, and like, if I had a problem with the way that happened, it's the cars stretched themselves out as they went down the road. So you see the car be normal, and then it just like stretches a bit. It's like, that's just a negative. That's not even that big of a deal. But what's it called? This this movie was intense. It was not intense. It's not like 10 Cloverfield Lane. 10 Cloverfield Lane is one of my favorite movies of the year so far. But this movie, it has the well, yeah, the crash scene is intense. Like, he's in the middle of trying to figure out. He's in the middle of like this meeting in his car, like this business meeting in his car, and he what was I gonna say? He's like, okay, give me the analysis of like such and such person, or not such and such person, but the car is giving him options on what he should, like, on what kind of patient or what kind of injury that such and such person has. He's like, no, I can't do that. That's too easy for me. That's also too easy. Can't do that. No. And so, right when that happens, he just gets rear-ended by, I think it was the truck, and he just like falls off the side of the road and keeps tumbling. He hits a tree, and then it shows like his hands going like that into the dashboard. Because that's very important. That was a brief shot, just him going into the dashboard. And then actually it was inside the air conditioners. He fisted the air conditioning vent, the air vent. And then he gets tangled into a fence. So yeah, that was pretty intense. But anyway, yeah, he's an arrogant asshole. He blows up on Amy Adams after his accident and is like, don't pity me and stuff like that. I don't like to be pitied. And oh yeah, he almost dies in this movie. Tilda Swinton dies. I kind of saw that coming, that Tilda Swinton was gonna die, because let's see. This is an MCU movie. The Mentor always dies. Iron Man, the guy from the beginning dies, and Captain America, Stanley Tucci dies. Yeah. There's no saving anyone. Michael Douglas almost died in Ant-Man. That would have been a disaster. But this movie is actually really good, and I'm starting to notice that there are little individual movies, like the standalone movies, that are just under 2 hours, where when they wanted, whereas when they have like the Avengers teaming up with each other, they're like 2.5 hour movies, and I love a good superhero movie that's 2.5 hours more than an hour and 50-something minute movie, which is not a bad runtime for a movie. But I just wanted a little bit more Doctor Strange. And plus, I walked in there expecting a 2 hour and 10 minute movie, because that's what not IMDb. That's what Rotten Tomatoes said the length was. It's like, yeah, 2 hours and 10 minutes. This is gonna be the same length as Mission Impossible. I'm gonna have so much fun eating popcorn and. Actually, no, I don't. I need popcorn. Sipping soda and stuff, because I usually buy soda when the movie is over 2 hours. That's when I buy sodas, if it's over 2 hours. I didn't get the soda because the line was too fucking long. I didn't need the soda because the movie is under 2 hours. So I guess it's a win-win for me. But I like I said, I just wanted a little bit more out of the movie. I wanted it to be like 10 minutes longer. I didn't want it to end. Now for the comedy. The comedy was good. There isn't enough comedy in this movie. I mean, for an MCU movie, this is probably not one of the funniest ones. There is comedy in here, but it's not like consistent like Iron Man, I guess, the first Iron Man. It has like a more serious tone, like for Captain America: Civil War. That kind of pretty much has like the same tone, like a very serious tone. There's some humor within this movie, but it's like sprinkled in like every single scene. Like there's like this one funny scene where where Doctor Strange, he's in like this library and he's talking to this guy named Wong, and he's trying to figure out what his name is. He's like, is your name just Wong? Is it Eminem? Adele? And then he doesn't say anything. He's like, you don't find too many things funny, do you? And he doesn't laugh. And then the next scene, he goes up to him and he's like, I know your name. Your name is Beyonce Wong. And he's like, I don't know who Beyonce is. And then literally the next fucking scene, he's listening to Single Ladies on his iPod. That was fucking hilarious, that scene. And then while Wong is listening to Beyonce, you see like Doctor Strange like coming through like a portal and like stealing everything behind him, and he doesn't know what the fuck is going on. He's like he keeps looking around, and then he takes the book that he was reading, and yeah, and yeah, the training scenes were pretty fun to watch. It's not long and drawn out like some other origin story movies. I'm not gonna say what they are because I'm probably gonna get hate for it. Um, I will say this: it's a reboot movie. Um, that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, this movie was fun. I thought the action, I thought the hand-to-hand combat was handled well. I thought Scott Derrickson handled the action scenes perfectly. The visuals were outstanding. Definitely some of the scenes in here are very acid trip like. Like you need to be on like some kind of drugs to watch this movie. I'm drug free. I'm alcohol free. I don't do any of that shit. I'm not gonna promote any of that on this channel because it's not appropriate. But this movie, it just has that kind of visual, just the visual side. Like when you get this on Blu-ray, your eyes are gonna, once you put it onto like your flat screen, crystal clear TV, the colors are just gonna pop out at you. The visuals are fucking amazing for this movie. But yeah. Anyway, so and before I go, I gotta talk about the end credit scene. Thor and Doctor Strange are talking to each other, and it looks like Doctor Strange is going to be in Thor Ragnarok. He's probably gonna have like a tiny cameo, like one or two scenes, because they're like, oh, we got to do something with Loki or something like that, and there's a we in there since Thor and Benedict Cumberbatch were the only two characters on screen in that scene. I guarantee you, we're gonna have a Doctor Strange, Thor, and Incredible Hulk team up movie. So yeah, this is what you get for leaving us out of Civil War. Fuck you. We're being in a Thor movie. Anyway, I don't know why. And then the other end credit scene is Cheetah will Ejiofor. He walks up to this guy whom we meet in the beginning. Whom we meet in the beginning of the movie that Doctor Strange talks to. It's one of the patients he turned down because he knew his surgery wouldn't do well. And Cheetah Ejiofor pretty much says, I'm the villain for Doctor Strange 2. Anyway, those are my thoughts and spoilers for Doctor Strange. Yeah.